if I knew then what I know now, I would have definitely ate a lot more pizza back then. Because now I eat pizza and it bloats me. I would have been like, I want 2 pizzas every time I went to go order a pizza. I feel like everybody always revisits this time in their life when they're a teenager and they're falling in love and they tell their ex that they love them. I think if I knew then what I know now, I would continue to date the same people that I did, because I wouldn't have learned as much as I did if I didn't date them, honestly. But, you know, however, and this is one of those howevers that I don't want to offend anybody, but I probably will. I would have focused a lot more on me than the relationship. I think if I knew then what I know now, I would have made sure that I was secure with myself before I got into a relationship. That is exactly what I wanted to do before I got into a relationship. That my priorities were right, that I was going to school, that I was working, and I would have made sure that I was paying attention to work and going to work and not there were a lot of times when I was supposed to go into work, I decided to say I was sick and stay in bed with one of my exes. I would have made work a priority. I would have made school and my education a priority. And it's not to say that I can't do either now, because I have accomplished so much in the last couple years as far as work goes and my career goes, school as well. I could definitely do those things now, and I'm probably going to do those things now, but I would have focused. I think the outcome would have been so much better and so much greater, and I would have had so much more pride in myself. I would feel better about myself. Not to say that I'm one of those extremely insecure people, but I'm kind of really insecure, which I think everybody knows. I feel like I would have wore my retainer more if I knew then what I know now. And I would have spoke up more about a lot of things in my life. I am starting to speak up more and stand up more for myself, which is amazing, but I would have done it more. I would have saved my money. I would have been more financially responsible. Of course, I would have opened up a credit card a long time ago and used it wisely to build up my credit, although I think I'm doing pretty good now. I don't know. A lot of people don't know this, but I was supposed to go away to college. I would have gone away to college and I wouldn't have psyched myself out, and I would have left. I would have explored so much more. I don't know. This last year, I left my hometown and I'm so grateful to be in San Diego, but I would have left a lot sooner. I wouldn't have psyched myself out, and I would have left a lot sooner. You don't know who you're going to meet and who's going to be extremely important in your life until you do something like that. And I've learned who is gonna stick around and who isn't. And that's not to say that the people who are not constantly in your life now are people who won't stick around, because they still are. People get busy with their lives, and you need to understand, I need to understand, we all need to understand that we can't constantly have people in our lives that are busy. We can't constantly be angry with people because they're not in our lives all the time, because we all have our own journey. We all have our own life. We all have stuff that we need to deal with, and on our own terms and our own ways and our own paths, and we can't rely on them always being there for us. Not that they don't want to. If I knew then what I know now, I would have not hurt so many of my exes. I would still keep in contact with them, all of them, because it's not that I miss them, it's not that I want to get back into a relationship with them, but it's that I have a lot of insecurities within myself because of what I couldn't face back then. Unfortunately, I took it out on people that I shouldn't have, and I blame people that I shouldn't have, and I wish I wasn't such a dick when it comes to relationships. I think that knowing what I do now, you could only move forward with your life, and there's gonna be things 10 years from now that you learn you wish you would have known now in 2016. There's so much more I need to learn, and there's so much more I wish that I could have prepared myself for today that I'm gonna learn in 10 years. So hopefully I can just be as open to new possibilities and new experiences now so that I won't make as many mistakes as I did in the past. Seriously though, I really, really, really miss eating pizza and not gaining 10 pounds right afterwards. What is it that you know now that you wish you knew then? Because we all have lessons that we learned that we would love to go back and apply them, but we can't. So we have to move forward. And we have to extend olive branches to the bridges that we've burned. And if we can't do that, learn for next time. Do better. Leave comments below.